here tonight. This is great.
This is hometown football at its best. Here is ALA. Many people hadn't even been out here on this campus. Coach Keel,
A prediction or a spoiler?
somebody told me this, and don't anybody send me hate.
It's not a free for all. Bueno would be really hard to beat, but we, as a former Bueno coach, we want to play the best competition. We want to play 5A. Not to say that Micah Mountain and some of these other Sabino, these other 4A and 3A schools aren't quality opponents, but even Coach Ridge. But when you're Bueno, you play Tucson, you play Sunnyside, you play Desert View. We don't want to play anybody who's not going to make us better. And we're proud of what we did. We're proud of playing in the 5A. We hope to stay there. But we were worried about it for a second there. But things are looking really good at Buena, and as far as student population. And
good. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, so the Coronado, they're getting ready to kick off here to the Guardians. Timothy Lee in the backfield to receive it. And it's going all the way to the backfield down to the 5-yard line. He kind of fumbled the ball a little bit, and they're looking for it, pick it up at the 10. He's on his feet still. Makes a nice cut coming up the field. Makes a nice cut before he's brought down right at the 25. But there's a flag already.
It is a face mask call as he came up this near side, receiving the ball, almost forgetting it. They weren't sure who had the ball. There was both of them back there to return it, and neither of them took it. One of them picked it up. But, Coach, at that point, isn't it over pursuit that ends up being your friend?
Anything that gets them out of their lane creates cutback lanes for them to get through. So a lot of times on those, you'll see a play like that where the returner bobbles the ball, or it picked up by the other returner, and you got on kickoff guys getting out of their lanes that create the cutback lanes that they weren't there before. So that's not always a bad thing when you fumble it. Of course, you don't want to, because you also take the risk of not recovering it. But you'll see a lot of good returns on those bobble catches.
So first and 10 for the Guardians up at their own 41 after a 15-yard face mask penalty against Coronado. Jericho, quarterback, sophomore, in the backfield. Shotgun, takes snap, hands off to his running back. Breaks a tackle, on second tackle, breaks up, gets on the white side of the field, still on his feet, past midfield, still on his feet, down to 30, 20, 15, 10, going in for touchdown Guardian, first play of the season.
A 59-yard touchdown run on the far side, all pay dirt. Sheriff Mark, what a way to kick off your season.
Well, let me say, they got some speed on this team. You got McNeely in the backfield, you got Lee that just took that 59 yards all the way back. What a way to make a statement. First play of the game.
He got a couple tackles in the backfield, hit that edge. I thought he was going down. He's going to lose about 4 yards. He hit that edge and he was gone.
The over pursuit by the defense there ended up being there again twice. The over pursuit of the defense on the kickoff return and on the very first play from the line of scrimmage.
It's about being disciplined on defense. You have a role you got to fill. We all have a place on the field you're supposed to be on defense. And if you go out of that zone, you're creating again more space, especially for a fast kid like that, to get the outside. And now you got people chasing down from the opposite side of the field, which usually doesn't go well.
So Guardians going to go for the extra point with a kick, number 21, which is McNeely on the kick. Ooh, fumble the ball and goes nowhere. So 11:35 in the ball game, first quarter. ALA goes up 6-0. We're back after this break.
And as they take the break on the radio side of things, it's Jeff Davenport live in the broadcast booth. Sheriff Mark, Coach Keogh, doing the best to bring you a double whammy here.
Double header.
At the same time. But we are live thanks to SSVEC serving our community and all of our fantastic sponsors. You'll see them on the screen as this game goes along. We're glad that you're joining us here at the home of the three most powerful letters in all of sports and scholastic achievement in Cochise County, and that is A-L-A.
I like it, Jeff. I like
I'm not
it.
going to go there on that, but it's a good school. It's a good school. But you're right.
Welcome back, everyone. We're coming back here. Cochise County High School football. We're sharing the booth with Cool FM, Jeff Davenport, Coach Keel for Town Square Media, and myself here. 11:35 to go, first quarter. ALA attacks on the first play of the game. 59-yard run by Timothy Lee, and for 6-0, they missed the extra point. So ALA is going to be kicking off here for 21. I think McNeely is their kicker. Yeah, McNeely coming up. Kick is up. Nice kick all the way down to about the 24. He's on his feet, catches the ball, to the 40. And goes out of bounds about the 39, 38-yard line. So it'll be first and 10 for Coronado.
So we'll see what the ALA defense has in store now, getting a chance to see them after the quick run by the offense, putting up a score in just 35, less than 30 seconds.
Yes.
They put up a score. So let's see what the defense can do with their first time on this field.
You look last year, especially with Jericho, I want to go back to him for a minute. He had bulked up over this season. He worked hard off season. Coach Cross had this team working hard. And let me tell you, he was injured. Remember that?
Jericho separated his shoulder. We were at that. We called that game when he separated his shoulder. It was a very serious injury, and thankfully, he's well enough to be able to be here tonight and to do this.
So 1st and 10 for Coronado at their own 39-yard line. They're working like split receivers, shotgun formation. We got the referees checking something here, but yeah, and it's nice when you have a healthy quarterback. And like Coach Thomas has always said, he likes those 4-year quarterbacks. Gio, all the folks that have done that. Ashmore, excuse me. Passes off to the running back, coming far side, tries to cut up, but the Guardians, nice lateral movement.
Big loss on the play there, a couple yards backwards instead of forwards for the opponent here tonight. We're going to see some really, I think when you have your offense score on the very first play, all that does is pump up the defense, right, Coach?
First play of the season. I mean, that's impressive. Yeah, absolutely. You're going to get the fans jacked up. You're going to get the coaching staff and those kids who are watching on the sideline. It's a different energy when you come out like that. You gotta love it. You gotta love the start of the season for these kids.
So 2nd and 12, a loss of 2 for the Coronado.
I'm getting text messages. Wendy Grindy just texted me and said, wow, what a way to start off the game. Go Guardians.
That's good. Thank you, Wendy. That's Steve Kurtz's daughter. Or excuse me, Caroline's daughter. Excuse me. Oh, nice job. So they got a quarterback sack. Kyson McNeely on the quarterback sack.
Kyson going up high to take the quarterback down. I do remember a game we called last year where Kyson went low and got a flag on the play that was not even worthy of being a flag. It was a clean hit to the center of the chest of the quarterback of the opposing team. That time, he went high. The quarterback pumped. Props to the quarterback for holding on to that ball, Sheriff Mark.
Oh, yeah, he went up. McNeely read that well. He's only a sophomore, very athletic, a lot of passion, strong kid, worked hard on the offseason, too.
3rd and forever.
Yeah, 3rd and forever. Ball's all the way down to like the 18. Quarterback. We have a penalty flag up, so it's going to be a free play here. Nice catch, but it's going to come back home.
All for nothing. They're calling the play dead at the line of scrimmage because of the false start or illegal motion.
Procedure.
Yeah, legal procedure. Thank you. I know there's no false start in high school football.
Yeah.
How is that possible? No false start in high school
Makes
football.
no sense.
And as a coach, and especially a line coach, there are no false starts. There's no false starts. If you ask Jared Young, ask him how many times he false started.
Oh, I played with Jared Young. We played with
lineman,
Jared.
I've never been offside. What are you talking about?
That's right. Just a legal procedure. That's all.
So penalty against Coronado. Rough start. They actually had a nice pass there.
Nice pass.
And all for nothing, though. And advantageous to ALA. So it's going to be 3rd and long. That's by about 3rd and 25.
Seems like they're struggling with their exchange between the center and the quarterback in this shotgun. He's bobbled a couple, which also it messes up the timing on every pass play that they try.
So the ball's all the way back at the Coronado 24. So it's like 3rd and 30 here. Yeah. So again, they're working shotgun formation, dual split receivers on the backfield, waiting for the snap. Snap is up. He's looking. Airs it to the near side of the field, but it's up and over, incomplete.
Basically, just trying to go to the opposite side because it was open on the other side. But he threw the ball out of bounds, but the kid was covered anyway. So good coverage by the corner over on the LA side.
An overthrow nonetheless, and he should have thrown it back to the other side. I think since that worked the one time, why not go back to the well another time? But instead, it is 4th and, like Sheriff Mark said, 20. I'm not even sure if the scoreboard has it up there.
No,
the way that the scoreboard's looking, they don't. But it's going to be the punt team coming out for Coronado.
And this is where 2A, the small schools, most of these players play both sides, especially they don't have big squads like you see at Buena where they have 60 kids out there. And this is the kicking game. This is a challenge. We'll see what happens. The kick is up. Not a bad kick though. All nice high kick all the way down to 35. Oh, he fumbles a little bit, picks it back up on his feet all the way to midfield. Oh, still on his feet. It's number 2. Comes on the far side of the field with the reverse, still on his feet. He's got one to beat all the way down to the 10-yard line, and he is in for the touchdown. Gentleman Jeter.
From one side of the field, coming all the way to the near side after bobbling the ball again, the over pursuit from Coronado led to the cut across, going across the field and all the way in. The offense doesn't even need to step on the field this time. We'll let the special teams have a touchdown. Now it's up to the defense to make it the trifecta.
Give everybody a shot. Give everybody a shot. I'll tell you, if you watched that punt formation, and ALA, I'm not sure, I haven't seen them punt yet, but you see that he's punting from 7 yards, whereas I'm going to use the point as an example, their long snapper will hit the punter at 15. So, you might get a good chance to see him get one blocked during this game too, because he's about almost shotgun formation when he's kicking that ball, so there's no depth.
So 9:08 in the first quarter, 12-0. ALA's taking it, dominating. I mean, I think they touched the ball 3 times, 2 out of 3 they've scored here. So they're going to go for, I'm trying to see if they're going to go for the kick here or they're going to go for the extra point. We'll see here in just a minute. Looks like they're going to go for the extra point. Now they are going to go for the kick in. McNeely is doing the kick. So waiting for the snap. Snap is up. Kick is up, and it looks good from here, and it is good. So 9:08 in the first quarter, 13 ALA, 0 Coronado. We're back after these sponsors.
Well, once again, thank you so much for joining us here. It's Jeff Davenport live in the studio, powered by SSVEC here at ALA. It's like alphabet soup talking about all this stuff going on, but we're glad that you're joining us. Thank you so much to be in the booth with Coach Kehoe and with Sheriff Mark as we're live streaming on Cool FM Live. We're broadcasting on a radio station here as well. This is crazy. Are we even allowed to do this? I don't think we're allowed to do this, Sheriff Mark.
I don't know. I think it's historical. I think it's a great thing. At the end of the day, we're showcasing our student athletes, Jeff.
Yep.
Both of us coming in a very small booth. We're back. We're coming back. Welcome back here to ALA press box here, where ALA is taking a lead 13-0 over the Coronado School out of Scottsdale. But ALA come out with determination, and they are controlling that ball.
Great start to the season for these boys. It's a great start.
And like I said, they're finding the way to get in the end zone, even without the offense touching the field. The special teams is out there doing their part, and now, Coach, we need to see the defense get a touchdown.
Yeah, right. It's not a trifecta until that defense scores, and don't be surprised because the quarterback throws the ball up. Watch that safety snag one and go the distance. I'm not going to be surprised at all. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if there's another special teams touchdown.
Nice kick by Kyson all the way down to the 16, where it's caught on his feet up to 20, 25. Well, out of bounds, pushed out of bounds by the Guardians around the 25. So 1st and 10 for Coronado. Let's see if they can capitalize on that.
Only 9. I mean, there's only 6 minutes gone in this game, Sheriff Mark.
Yes.
There's 9 minutes to go right now in the first quarter. This is about as good of a start. ALA has already scored more touchdowns in this quarter in 6 minutes than they did all last season. Put that in perspective.
They did. They had a tough time last year, mainly because their quarterback was out, injuries were out, a lot of their line was out, and you can see what a healthy squad versus when they're injured.
Right. If you have a legit quarterback like they seem to have, it makes a whole difference, not just for him, but the kids around him have a lot more confidence in who's giving the ball and how it's getting there, which makes a difference. Quarterbacks matter more than any other position in sports.
But what did the quarterback do? All he did was hand off the ball. That's the only play that he's had this whole game. So we'll see what happens as the defense is on the field.
So Coronado comes up, the ball's at the 34, 1st and 10. Snap is up, quarterback shotgun, hands off to his running back, goes far side of the field, still on his feet, breaks the tackle. Looks like a fumble. Yeah, I don't know if they did. Did you see that? I don't know if it was a fumble.
So they missed a tackle about 5 yards, and the kid cut back inside towards us, but he didn't get any more yards. A couple missed tackles by ALA, but that was a good. That was a good run. It was a solid run. Quarterback caught the ball in the stomach. He's not catching the ball very clean. The timing is way off.
Yeah, because I saw him go backwards, so it's threw the whole defense off. But again, they made it up. So it'll be 2nd and about along 6. Coronado comes back up into formation. Again, dual split receivers, shotgun formation. One running back in the back with him. Takes the snap. Hands off to the running back, but get him in the back. Breaks a tackle. Ooh, still brings him down. Nice job by that front line of defense.
So a big loss on that play almost makes it, 3rd and 9. I think that was a loss of about 4.5 on that. Actually, that's a pretty nice spot, as a matter of fact. Yeah. Well,
that running back is bigger than most of their linemen.
But it shows, wasn't that the fun of playing high school football, was that we get to take on the big guys. I get to take on you guys and make myself feel special.
You guys will always be down around our ankles. And they're never fun to play against a small guy. They're tough. They're always scrappy.
Snap is up. Look at Harris to the far side of the field. Ooh, nice job by the safety back there. I don't remember that. I think it's number 1 again. That is Timothy Lee.
That's the 3rd time they tried that play. They completed the first time. It was a penalty. The last 2 times the throws were off. Looks like the corner on that side, they put a different kid over there. And also that safety's rolling. So clearly the quarterback throws better to his left than to his right, because there's a couple of passes he's made there, even though they've been incomplete, they've been good passes. Or the ones to the right, the one to the right was way off.
And I believe that was Kylan Bush. I think it was number 5 in the corner or safety position who came over. But now he and Timothy Lee are back to receive this punt, as we saw some lightning go across the sky over the mountains on the other side. Yeah, stay away.
Stay away.
Please.
So it looks like they're going to kick. I don't think they're going to go for it. It's 4th and about 7 for Coronado. The ball's at around their own 35. And they're going to kick here. So waiting for the snap. Ooh.
Snap.
I'm really shocked that wasn't flagged. Guardians got a little anxious there. Picks up the ball. Guardians do. Got some good moves there. All the way down to the 50, 45, 40, 20.
Gone.
He's going to go all the way. Another touchdown for Guardians. Nobody can tackle these guys.
Are you kidding me? Back-to-back special teams touchdowns by the Guardians. Let them celebrate. It's number 2. It's Benjamin Jeter making the run down the far side of the field. Got a couple of key blocks there, Coach.
He did. And again, he outkicked his coverage. Gave him some, again, lanes to run through because everybody got out of their lane. The cover is a great punt. It was about 45-yard punt, but no one got down there. So he had nothing but space to work with, and he took advantage of the kids fast, too.
But that sideline, when you're on the sideline, how did they not just angle and push them out? They're already losing their ability.
That's what us slow guys are supposed to do. We take good angles, right? I'm not sure what they're doing over there because he did have, there was no one out there. Once he broke contain, he was gone.
Kyson get ready to do the extra point kick. Kick is, it's blocked on this one. A little slow on the kick, but 6:14 first quarter, 19-0. ALA Guardians are capitalizing big time on this. But you got to give, going back to your question, Jeff, they're showing some speed here tonight.
Without a doubt, and speed will always win. You will always see that win field, but it was the key blocks. And again, ALA has scored more touchdowns in the first half of the first quarter than they did all season last year. They are going to be a force to be reckoned with, Sheriff Mark.
Well, yeah, and that was the biggest attribute, is the fact that they came off that season last year with an 0-10. They were frustrated, but they knew they had the ability. Injuries would set them back playing against, let's face it, young adults, seniors. And that took a toll. But this year, you can see the hungriness in them. This team's going to compete over the next couple of years.
And the fact that they are a young team. We mentioned this at the top of the broadcast. If you're just joining us at American Leadership Academy in Sierra Vista, the Guardians are here in the 2A Metro 2. And that is the division that they're in. They've got to play these teams in that same division. They're not yet in the 2A South or 2A San Pedro or, dealing with the Tombstones and the Wilcoxes and the Bisbees. Hopefully that will come next season. But for this, at least for this season, if not, I think 2 seasons maybe, that they have to stay in that region, right, Coach?
No, I think the 2-year block is this year.
Oh, okay.
So I think they put them in a division where I don't think they can qualify for the playoffs. I might be wrong about that, because if they're 2A independent or 2A, there's certain these conferences are independents. They don't qualify, like Catalina High School, some of these other smaller schools up in the valley. So I think San Carlos High School also is an independent.
Next year they're going back into the San Pedro. They get realigned. This year they couldn't do it because it's a 2-year cycle, if you're asking me. So they're not playing like the Bisbees, Tombstones. And I wish they were.
Yeah.
I wish they were.
But I think that this will help them, because it's going to be a different world in that league. That league's tough. Not to say this one isn't. Again, I don't know this team very well that they're playing, but I'll tell you that, the Bisbees, the Bensons, Wilcox, Tombstone, Pima, those are state teams every year. It's going to be tough.
That was a nice kick. Yeah, I do too. Watching what we're seeing tonight. So it was a kickoff by ALA there, all the way into the end zone. So it'll be 1st and 20 for the Coronado. We get back here in a minute. But look at what I'm seeing. You can see this team be able to compete in the 2A San Pedro. The Wilcoxes, this is what Wilcox needs. They need teams like this. Can give them a challenge. Wilcox has become very dominant in that league.
Yes, they have, and rightfully so. A great coach, a great staff, and I almost said recruiting well, but they build their program well. All those farm kids are insane. They are corn-fed colossuses, Sheriff Mark. I know you were waiting. What was the over-under on when I would say corn-fed colossus?
I love that. I love it. The first time we were calling a game, you said that. I go, what'd you say? And I love it. It's a great word, especially for football. But Coach Ward is the coach up there, and he's just, you can tell, he's just putting these kids, the kids love their coach up there, and they're playing hard for him. So 1st and 10 for Coronado at their own 20. Snap is up, hands off to his running back, makes a nice hole cut up, and he is hit hard. But we have a flag on the field.
It was a legal procedure on that outside. Looked like somebody ended up moving a little too soon.
The slot looked like he looked at just a fraction too soon. It wasn't a 4-yard run, which is them to keep the clock running.
Yeah.
And that's what they need to do.
Right, and the discipline. So it just shows the discipline is not there on the defensive side, on the special teams side, and even on the offensive side. That discipline to be able to not make penalties early on in the season, you can almost forgive it. You can say, okay, it's the first game of the year, it's the first live action that you're seeing. Both teams are 0-0, but it's that discipline that ends up making the difference in the long run.
And as Sheriff Down said earlier, this team is 2 for their last 40, and I kind of see why. Not that ALA is really good. These poor kids, there isn't much discipline so far. But I see they have some athletes, so you can't look past them.
Nice catch, but he's out of bounds. Good effort.
So you can see there are athletes out there, but they're like Jeff is saying, they're a bit undisciplined right now. Hopefully catch up to that as the season goes on, because you hate to see a team go 0 for every year. You want to see some success.
And we've watched enough warm-ups. Coach, you've been coaching 23 years, so you know you can watch a team during warm-ups to see who's got the discipline, who's got the structure versus those. We said that during pregame. We were watching them where they just they weren't coming together like gelling. So it's showing on the field right now. So it's 2nd and 15. Second and 15, all the way back to the balls around the 15-yard line too. So Coronado struggling tonight to make it. Snap to the quarterback. He's looking far side of the field. He's going for his favorite over there. And in and out though.
Right through the hands. Oh my goodness, that looked like such a good pass. It was on the money. It was a dime being dropped right at midfield, and unfortunately went through the receiver's hands on the far side as the defense was running step for step with them, though, Coach.
He dropped it in the basket. This quarterback, he has a gun, and he get that, but that left side of the field is much better than the right side.
He had 3 defenders all around him. That's good defense.
He dropped it right in the basket. That was an impressive pass. Unfortunately, he dropped it.
Hardest thing is probably seeing it. He had 3 defenders from the Guardians all around him, but they did in and out of the hands.
And you hear those footsteps.
Oh, you can hear it. You know it.
I'm sure it's going to give him nightmares.
So it's 3rd and 15. Let's see. Shotgun. Take the snap. He's looking. This time he's coming near side of the field, but there is nobody there. So incomplete. It's going to be 4th and deep.
Over here, the number 1, I think it is. This outside backer picked him up as he's going to run a wheel route to the sideline. He picked him up and jammed him before he got to the line of scrimmage. It was great defense, and there was no one there.
So we had
linebacker.
4th and 15 all the way down to the Coronado's own 15-yard line, so they're going to be punting the ball.
The question is, can the punt return team go 3 for 3 with 3 scores?
Can we have a trifecta in football?
Will we see the offense actually have to take the field here? Do you think Coach Krause is on the sideline going, look, guys, we need to get our offense some reps. They've had 1 play in this entire first quarter. Can we give them some reps? Just down the ball right when it comes to you. Let's see what the offense can do. No, of course not. He's saying pedal to the metal. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it. Every point counts. So Coronado.
I go for it on 4th down every time.
So we have a timeout on the field. I believe ALA called that timeout, so he wants to think about this. Try what you're saying, Jeff. Here's an opportunity deep in Coronado territory. You got a short punt, get that ball in there again. Go outside. They're having trouble on the outside. Coronado does not have the speed to keep up on the outside.
Sounds like they took a break. All right, well, as they take a break on the radio side, it's Jeff Davenport Live, brought to you by SSVEC, powered by SSVEC, in the broadcast booth with Sheriff Mark, with Coach Keogh, here at ALA, powered by SSVEC, brought to you by Senior Celtic Seniors, Desert RV, Berean Academy, Stan Greer Millworks, the MORSE Automotive Group, American Southwest Credit Union,
Just kick the ball out of bounds.
and TWN Communications.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you to Town Square Media for having us tonight. Today we're sharing our booth with Jeff Davenport and Cool FM and his team out here. Coach Keogh in the middle here. We're sharing microphones in this small little booth here at ALA where they have an excessive first quarter. 19-0 here, and Coronado's going to be doing a kick here deep in their own territory. They have an opportunity for the defense to score for a third time tonight, Jeff.
And let's see what the special teams can do. They've been special tonight for sure, giving ALA that big advantage. And can they go 3 straight touchdowns after 3 straight touches? Or can we just see the offense for a couple snaps?
I'd like to know what the state record is for consecutive touchdowns on offensive touches or special touches. This is the same kid, Benjamin Jeter, fast kid.
Oh, very fast. Oh, and they're going to get a safety. No, did he get him? Yeah. So he tackled him, the kicker, all the way back here, right at the 1-yard line, setting ALA up for another score.
Well, there goes the 3 straight. Just like you cursed it, Coach. How dare you? You brought it up. Would you like to say that he's not going to pitch a perfect game now? I mean, and then you're going to ruin it just like those announcers do all the time?
I'm a Red Sox fan. We don't really have great pitches, so I'll never do that to anybody.
You're a Red Sox fan?
I love my Sox.
Hey, nobody's perfect.
I know, you know.
Hey, speaking of the MLB, you got to look at those Chicago Cubs. I mean, in the Windy City here, one of the hottest teams in baseball right now.
Crow Armstrong is going to be the MVP if it's not Shohei this year for the National League, and that is the truth. As ALA is lined up, first and goal at the 5.
5. Let's see if Jericho at the helm here. It's the second time we've seen him tonight. Waiting for the snap. Takes a snap, shotgun, looking. Airs it to the far side of the field. He's up, and it's up and over.
He was open in the corner there. He overthrew him just a little bit. He has a lot of height on that corner, so I think if it had been a little to the outside, he would have come up with it. He got his hands on it at least.
Yeah, he had to end up making the adjustment. The receiver did. He was facing the outside, twisted to the inside to try to adjust to make the catch. Didn't happen. It'll be second down, ALA.
ALA still in formation here. If you're just tuning in, 3:23 to go in the first quarter. ALA up 19-0 over Coronado, Scottsdale team. Jericho, shotgun formation, takes a snap, looking again. He's hit hard, breaks it, and then breaks it down. So quarterback sack by Coronado. We got a little bit of pushing out there.
Big defensive play by Ryan Montenegro from Coronado coming through there, just almost unblocked, and a great time to pull that blitz.
Right. So it looked like he came from the will side, the weak side backer, and he was nobody touched him. I'm sure they'll pick that up next time.
So third and goal. Jericho, a dual formation. Here we go, up, looking, coming to the near side, looking, airs it up into the corner, and in and out, just over the fingertips.
Right off of the fingertips, not set exactly as it was, throwing to the near side, and just was not there. A little bit too much mustard on that toss. And now it's 4th down from the 12-yard line. You go for this, right, Coach?
Oh, absolutely, especially if they miss that extra point with the bad snap. Are you going to trust them to do it right this time? You want to work on your passing game. You know you're better than this team. Work on your stuff. You got a nice quarterback. That last throw wasn't bad. Receiver just didn't get there quite on time, but I think it's a good chance to work on your stuff a little bit. You got a back corner. Good.
And his touchdown. Touchdown in the far corner. ALA strikes again.
On 4th down, the offense comes through after a sack. So being able to recover, not just recover mentally after that, but be able to get over the hump and say, okay, we're just on to the next play. And it shows the confidence that Coach Keogh has in his offense. Obviously, with a 19-0 lead, now a 25-0 lead here in the first quarter, you know you can take risks like that.
Right. If it's 6-0, he's not going to. They're probably going to run that. They're probably not going to throw it. But I think it's a good opportunity to get more reps throwing the ball and working on your stuff. Clearly, you never underestimate anybody, but they're in control of this game.
Yeah, as we get a little flag here on the special teams for the extra point kick.
Yeah, the defense came flying through there for the ball, even came out, and so it's going to be a penalty, half the distance to the goal line.
Well, now
No,
the question
5 yards.
comes up. Do you want to go for 2, or do you just want to work on your special teams at this point? Not to say this game is over with 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the first quarter, but it's certainly out of reach, and it looks like the Guardians are going to take a timeout.
AL's taking a timeout here with 1:50 to go in the first quarter. It's been a very all ALA game here, first quarter. 25-0, waiting for this extra point after the timeout. We'll take a break back after these sponsors.
Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Jeff Davenport in the booth with Sheriff Mark Daniels, with Coach Keogh, and hanging out here thanks to SSVEC, Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, Vista Pros, Grasshopper Landscaping, La Sierra Grill, Aloe Fiber, Sierra Toyota, and Copper Queen Community Hospital. We're so grateful for all of our sponsors. You can see them in the Chiron as it is a 25-0 lead for ALA as they regroup and come back out to see what are they going to do. They're going to go for an extra point, or are they going?
Welcome back to Cochise County High School football here. Sharing the booth with Cool FM, Jeff Davenport and his team, and Coach Keogh and I for Town Square Media is here as ALA is going for the extra point. They're going to go for the 2. Snap is up, push in through, and it looks like they are in. Did I read it? Yeah. So 2-point extra conversion is successful. So ALA goes up 27-0, Jeff, making a statement early on.
This is all happening in the first quarter. This is absolutely insane. Watching a team that did not score 1 touchdown last year, putting up 4 here. 2 special teams, 2 offensive touchdowns, 1 on a 4th down play, and this team is looking like they're looking like the opposite of a team that we saw last year. It's crazy.
Oh, it is. This is like a whole different team, but this is what we call a healthy team. We got to say that. It's a healthy team. They've still got a couple injuries. Coach Strauss' son, senior, he's injured right now. The kicker is injured, but right now they're doing it. They're doing it, which shows a nice core for a team.
And knowing that the defense still needs to score a touchdown for the trifecta. We've got 2 on special teams. We've got 2 on offense. Let's see the defense have their chance. Get the ball hawks out there. When that quarterback tosses up that ball, like he has been doing for Coronado, there's been opportunities, and we know with the speed in the secondary, there's a chance for a pick 6.
Kaiser nice kick, nice low scrub kick all the way down to the 32, picks it up. Cornell's on his feet. Got a little interference there, and he is down right there at 38 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Coronado. They have struggled. Now that quarterback doesn't have a bad arm, but that defense is doing well.
They haven't got a first down yet. I don't know if they have positive yards right now.
No.
They've had a couple nice runs, but they're followed up by sacks or fumbles, and they're struggling right now. You can see it's definitely a young team, just like ALA though. So there's no excuse. Got 2 young teams. One's playing well, one's not. It comes down to do I want to be out here or not?
And that's the biggest thing. You really got to question their confidence from Coronado. They're 2-40, and I'm all the way back to 2021, so they've really struggled here. So it makes you wonder if you got to get some energy here. But quarterback shotgun takes the snap, hands off the running back, tries to make up a hole, but that D-line did his job there, Keogh.
They stay home, stay in their gaps. They get blown back. It was definitely a strong play by the line and the linebacker coming up the field.
So it's going to be picked up maybe a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9. Ball's now right at the 40-yard line of Coronado. So, but again, they got to get some momentum here. They got to get some success in that offense.
It doesn't seem to have much of a playbook and the same 3 or 4 plays. That works for them. There's no open set play.
This goes back to what Jeff was saying during the pregame, also into coaching's everything here. Coaching's everything. And you can see, and I'm being ill, please, folks don't give me hate mail, but you can tell there's some difference in coaching all the way. That defense is hungry, has a loss of about 2 yards, so it'll be a 3rd, and it looks about 11 as they lose 2 yards on that play. 35 seconds to go here as the first quarter comes to an end. ALA, if you're just tuning in, is up 27-0, taking advantage of every opportunity from special teams, offense, and let's not forget a little bit of defense.
Not too much offense or defense. Actually, they've barely had any.
No.
I think the special teams had more plays than the offense and defense combined.
Yeah.
That's bad. ALA's looking great.
I think they took us off. Well, they're in the commercial break on the radio, so powered by SSVEC as Jeff Davenport. It is 3rd and 9 for Coronado as it is the end of the first quarter. We finally reached it. It is 27-0 here. This is absolutely insane. A game powered by SSVEC, brought to you by Seniors Helping Seniors, where the caregivers are seniors themselves who show up ready to exceed expectations online at SouthernArizonaSHS.com. Thank you to Desert RV in Huachuca City, Jeff Rose and his team, building back a better community that surpasses RVs, giving back through local youth sports sponsorships, veteran support, community fundraising events, and more. Check out DesertRVCenter.com. Thank you to Marian Academy, a proud supporter of local sports. Skill, strategy, and determination all take center stage there. Back to Sheriff Mark.
Welcome back, everybody. Cochise County High School football tonight. We're up here in the press box at ALA, where they're hosting Coronado High School out of Scottsdale. ALA has made a statement here the first quarter, up 27-0, touching that ball, moving the ball anytime they wish. This has all been ALA. Team they're playing out of Coronado, you can tell. I'm going back in time. I've heard a lot about them, but they've won 2 games in like 5-6 years, and I really feel for them. You do. These kids are out here. They're working hard, but you can tell they're not matched up against ALA.
Well, let's remember, there is a team in this town that did not win a game in their first 22 chances, and that team was called Buena High School back when Joe Thomas took over. So you know that sometimes you just need to let things grow. You need to put the aces in their places, and unfortunately Coronado has not found that strike yet.
No. Coronado comes out here on the first of the play here in the second quarter, and incomplete pass. And you're exactly right on that, Jeff. They have not gelled. This is where coaching is so special here, and you can tell a team is just not gelled, and the urgency and these are student athletes. They're giving it all too. They really are, but that's where coaching can put the polish on here. So, but ALA looking good. Our hometown ALA Guardians are showing what it takes. 3rd season as the football team started 8-man football. You and I called a couple of those games, Jeff, and last year they moved into 11-man and went 0-10, like we're talking.
Seemed to be over their skis a little bit on that particular occasion last year, but boy, have they found their footing tonight.
They really have. So, and look at this defense. The defense, well coached defense here. They're reading very well on this Coronado team. And
4th down.
4th down already. And snap is up. Quarterback's looking. Aaron to the far side of the field, and he's got a player coming out of nowhere. And he catches a beautiful catch.
Bobbled and caught it.
Yeah, all the way.
Concentration. That's the kid. He gets open.
Yes.
He's dropped one, but that quarterback and him have a really good connection. There's been a couple times. Again, he was covered really well. He put the ball right where only he could catch it. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. That's probably their play of the year so far.
That's their only positive yardage, too, of this game here for Coronado, but they do have a connection. So 1st and 10 for Coronado, all the way down to 31 of the Guardians. Looking again, he's going to air it. Airs it up to the bad pass by the quarterback, and that way, so incomplete.
Pick something off, right? So pick something off, and you're going to the kid, come across the middle, and the sideline will work with the
So it is now 2nd and 10, the ball all the way down to the 31-yard line. Coronado going back up out of huddle. And so quarterback shotgun formation. We have split dual receivers. One in the backfield. Quarterback get the team set for Coronado. Takes the snap, low snap. Oh, and it's fumbled. Let's see who comes up with the ball. You got Guardians all over on that. Let's see who recovered it. No sign yet from the referee. So it looks like Coronado's going to hold the ball. So it'll be 3rd and 11 for Coronado. And about a yard.
everybody, so it's Jeff Davenport live up here on top of the broadcast booth.
Into the end zone is incomplete.
So I had to make some adjustments out of the broadcast booth, and we are solo on our own here. Looks like it's fourth down yet again
Safety Benjamin Jeter
for Coronado. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We appreciate all of you guys watching us live on Cool FM Live. Share this video around. Let everybody know the place to watch high school sports here in Cochise County is on Cool FM Live. Deep pass almost picked off by the defense.
Valenzuela's pass intended for Sebastian Herrera is incomplete. And ALA will take over on downs. A good hold for the Guardians.
So as you just heard, Guardians take over on downs in a game powered by SSVEC. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know we're fighting the wind up here. It is breezy up on top of this broadcast booth. Jericho gets the snap, looks to his right the entire time. A quick sidearm toss over to Kylan Bush. Ends up being incomplete.
Incomplete. That'll bring up second and 10 on the 34-yard line of ALA.
It's tough to compete against the wind and the public address announcer up here on top of the booth. So, nonetheless, I'll do my best. Second and 10. Ball spotted at the Coronado 33-yard line. Jericho scrambles off the left side, finds plenty of room. A first down and more. Up to midfield. Move the chains. The Guardians get a first down.
For a first down.
And that first down is brought to you by Stan Greer Millwork, Southeastern Arizona's premier supplier of custom doors and windows with a distinguished history spanning 4 decades. Offices in Tucson and Hereford. Pass on the legacy with Stan Greer Millworks. Discover more at stangreermillworks.com.